comes in with a super chat. It says, wide receiver has the same amount of need as running back. If Garrett gets hurt, we are screwed. But if Brees gets hurt, we have no backup. Izzy showed nothing. Draft offensive line. So I have an answer to both these. And I'm probably going to do a mock draft. I don't know if it's tonight after this, and I'll like actually put it out tomorrow. But I very much want to address wide receiver, and I want to address running back in some capacity in this draft. Doesn't necessarily have to be crazy, crazy high. But Odunze is one I really like in the first round. And Braden Allen, the kid from Wisconsin, really good. Dude, he's going to be 20 years old the entirety of the season. He doesn't turn 21 until January 20th.
Yeah,
Young
he should
buck.
be our target.
Dude, I really like him. If you can,
So big and fast.
Yeah, he's the perfect complement to Breece Hall. If you can get him, if he's there in the fourth, I would make that pick over the quarterback, and I would hope the quarterback falls to the next pick.
Yeah, I don't agree with the big fella's comment about running back being just as big of a need as wide receiver, though, because of like the positional value. I think you can we see teams get by more often with injuries to the running. It would suck to lose Breece. I want him to play all 17. I think he has a stellar season if they do, but at this point, I think it's not really comparable if you ask me.
Creamy, what are your thoughts on wide receiver, running back? You know, if either one gets screwed, we should go offensive line.
Well, let me say this, though. I don't think that running back is as big a need, only in the sense that in this, so you got to look at what's before you, right? So, yes, we have. I mean, I did a little stream on it last night. Just said, do we think Izzy's a viable number two? Most people don't feel very comfortable with that idea, right? So we need to bring in a running back. So it's definitely a need. But this particular draft, the top running backs are not going to be taken in the first round. Most of them won't even be taken in the second round. So in the third round, fourth round, you're going to be getting last year's second and third round picks, right? So the same year with Breece Hall, we got the top running back in the class in the second round. Now it was the early second round, first couple picks. We even traded up a little bit to make sure that we got him. But that was an interesting year because, look at last year. We had, 2 running backs went in the first. So this year, the need might be right there with it because, look, we do have Garrett Wilson. We do have Mike Williams, albeit that he's a little injured. We still have Gibson, and we have Lazard with Rodgers, which is different than Lazard with Zach Wilson. We know this because we saw 4 years of it in Green Bay. And while he's not a wide receiver 1 or anything like that, he can be a serviceable 3 with Aaron Rodgers. We know that already because he did it. So we're in a better situation at wide receiver than we are, especially when you think we still have Conklin and Ruckert and even Yeboah for that matter coming in at tight end to kind of supplement in the passing game. And running back, it's Breece. He goes down. We got Izzy and that other guy. What's his name again? Vance Holiday or some shit like that. Isn't that his name?
It's something weird like that.
Hold on, I gotta see. Depth. All right, so I gotta see his name right now. Hold on. A running back, Valade Zazavan or Zaxavian Valade. So that's crazy town. Then we got Jacques Patrick.
I had no idea who anyone was past Izzy. I'm thinking
nobody does.
Die or something like. I was like, I don't have no idea who's back there.
Yeah. Did you guys see who the third weak side linebacker is?
No.
Marcelino McCrary Ball, everybody.
Oh, yeah, him. Of course. That guy.
Yeah. So, but it's so technically speaking, running back could be considered a greater need. But like Matt said, you can get away, especially in this particular draft, waiting until the fourth round and taking one of Braylon Allen, Audric Estime, one of those guys are going to be there for you. And I believe that the Jets should be looking for that skill set, the bigger bodied guy, get you the hard yards. Don't start, we don't need to run Breece Hall into the pile to get a yard when you can have a big body guy that's just going to plow over everybody. Don't waste, Breece's mileage that way. in my opinion, So yeah, I think we're gonna draft a running back. Joe Douglas, if he didn't, it'd be the first year that he didn't. I think the 4th round is our sweet spot for that, and I think we'll get a good one. So the need is right there. I agree with the big fella, but how we're going to address it and address it successfully doesn't necessarily require the same attention that wide receiver may this year.
So Braylon Allen, I think I said Braden Allen before. Braylon Allen, 6'2", 245 pounds. Perfect compliment to Breece Hall.
Incredible.
The last 3 years, this past year had 982 yards on the ground, 5.4 yards a carry, 12 touchdowns. Year before, 1,200 yards. Year before that, 1,200 yards as well. I did not look up what was his receiving yards. Just curious to see if there's anything there. So not much in the way of receiving yards. 130, 104, and 39 the last 3 years. So mainly just a bruising type back that I think, look, I very much would be on board with like a Zeke Elliott or some type of bruising veteran running back. But if you're telling me I could get fresh legs with what this kid appears to be able to do, I would be ecstatic. I would be pumped.
What's up, guys? Matt O'Leary from Talkin' Jets. If you liked that video, please make sure to subscribe and follow for more New York Jets content.